No, I'm not going to do it that way. So let's see if I find you the other way. La, 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 la. Yes, right. Is the sound working? Is the sound working? Yes, it is. Right. Don't want to do anything. I've had too many times where the sound's not worked before I've done anything. And I like to make sure it is all live and all working before I start. So, morning everyone. Welcome to Tune In Tuesday with Ali. With this week's tips and help and support and questions and discussion with running, your own therapy business. Who am I? Just for the new people that have come into the group, I'm Ali Brown. You all probably know me already. That I run Ali's Therapy Academy, and I've been a holistic therapist for over 20 years, running my own business. And this is where Ali's Therapy Academy and this group comes from, is that I just share what's worked for me and what hasn't worked for me in all these years, and still having my business going and still with loyal clients. We've gone through phases, but they're still with me. So what am I talking about today? It's marketing. I often see questions, and I know a lot of this now with Tune In Tuesday. We're going over things that we've just discussed before, but sometimes it's looking at it from different angles. So you might go, oh, well, he's talking about marketing again. Well, that's not for me. Well, it might be just a different angle that you haven't thought about. But do pop in and say hello, or, let me know when you're watching on replay. And I'm always happy to have a chat afterwards with this, but often in groups, in therapist support groups that I'm part of, in here, in social media land, they're often asking what's the best treatment to add to my services to get the clients. To me, that's a big no. And also, I'm wanting to get more clients with this such a treatment. And what marketing can I do to get that? Often I've been in and I've popped in, and in these groups I often just talk about the free marketing. I don't talk about any paid marketing. It's all the free stuff that you can use and that's there and that's available. But what I often get back, and this is where we're going to look at it a bit differently, what I often get back is, oh, well, I do all that. Yeah. Well, if you do all that, then you should be getting enough clients. You should be getting clients through your door if you do all that marketing. And the market I'm on about is Google My Business, website, email, newsletters, social media. All right, there's the big five that I call is the big five. So if you're doing them, and there's others more you can add on to it. Local groups on Facebook. You can add, is it Neighbourhood or whatever it is? There's an app that you can do for locally to you. Lots of different things you can do. Talks, presentation, lots of stuff you can do. But they're the big five that I automatically go for. And when somebody says to me, well, I do all that, my next question, well, I often say, well, if you're doing all that, then you should be getting clients through the door. If they're still not getting clients through the door and they're doing all that, then my question is why? What's happening that you're not getting clients through the door? What is it? So that's when I then tend to go and have a nose and see what they're doing, have a little access to see what they're doing. And I mean, this covers the business audits that I do with social media and websites and whatever. I cover all this with a business audit. And I know I talked about this last week about what's your content, what do you post on social media? And we're on about nurturing and education and sales. So this is what we're looking at really today, is if you're doing the big five and you're not getting any bookings from it, then I want to know why. And a lot of it is just down to, there's lots of different things it could mean, that you're talking more about you than actually what your client, than more about your client. So it might be that you're talking more about how you're qualified, how you're experienced, etc., etc., not what your client's actually looking for or needs. It might be that you're talking all about the features and not the benefits. Again, as I said, what we're talking about, what you can do, and not on how you make your client feel. It might be you're talking about your availability every week, and your posts are only about availability and nothing else. That you have availability in Indian head massage, or you have availability in Emmett technique, and that should be one post out of many. If you want to do a daily post on that, on stories, you could do your availability. So there's more to it than just posting your availability. There's more to it than just saying that you're qualified in reflexology or Emmett technique or facials, or that people can book with you for those therapies. There's so much more than that. There's also the ones that's just the sales, that, I'm available, book me, now. You're not going to convert. You're not building that client therapist relationship. People need to trust you before they book. Some will book you immediately because they're desperately looking to get their back sorted out, or their headache sorted out, or their sleeplessness, or their menopause symptoms. They've tried everything else and they're probably coming to you for the last resort, and they'll book with what they see, but they're still going to have it check you out on your website, check you out with the Google, because they're going to probably come across you first on your Google My Business listing if they're desperate, and then they're going to go and check you out then on your website or social media. But these are the different platforms that you build that trust, you build that knowledge, you build that relationship before they book, showing that you're the expertise. So yes, there is that education, yes, there is that salesy and availability, but you also need to share with them the benefits. What is it? Think about putting yourself in your client's shoes. This is the different aspect I wanted you to look at when it comes to copy and it comes to posting on social media. Your website is like your brochure. So you will talk about what your therapy is, how you can help your client, and you will add a link to go to your website to check it out, or to your booking link. You will add one of those links to your posts. But you're going to do that, but also the other post you're going to add in there is to think about putting yourself in your client's shoes. If you're looking to book a therapy appointment, and you must have done in the past, what did you look for when you booked? Now, did you check out a person's qualifications? What did you check out? Does she do reflexology, or does she do Emmett technique, or does she do facial? The first thing you're looking for is, I've got a bad back, or my skin is really playing up. You've got something that is bothering you and you need help with. So that's what you're looking for, is what they can do. So that's what that person's looking for. That's what you're looking for, is what somebody can do for me. What can they do for me to make me feel better? Now, I know we're never going to use the word cure. We're never going to use the word diagnose, and I don't mean that. And there's only so much we can say. That's why we get round it and we're supporting you, the client, with their back pain. We all know that reflexology, that Emmett technique, etc., can help with back pain, can help with aches and pains, can help with sleeplessness. We can't say that because we are not qualified doctors. We're not got medical evidence, and that's why I'm loving the research at the moment for reflexology, and that's coming up with some stunning results. But way we get round it is by saying that we're supporting you with your backache. We're supporting you with sleeplessness. So you're supporting the client with their problem. How are you going to make them feel? You're going to make them certainly feel taller. You're going to make them feel straighter, because we can see photograph results before and after with that. You can certainly make them feel lighter as they feel, because again, that's what I'm like when I've had reflexology. I'm bouncy like Tigger. I feel like I'm walking on clouds. So that's another thing that you can share, is how your client's going to feel, how you're going to make them feel after a session with you. What makes you stand out from everybody else? Have you now got the heated couch? Have you now got the electric blanket? What makes you stand out from other therapists in your area that are all supplying Indian head massage, Swedish massage, emic technique, facials, etc.? What can make you stand out different? And this is one of the things I was chatting with one of my academy members on Monday morning in the tea and business clinic session. And we were talking about ways that, how she could put up with a Christmas event she's attending in December, what different things she could do there, what different offers that she can promote within to get people to come back for January. So we were looking at all these different things, and I said, what are the add-ons you can go? Don't do discount. What add-ons can you do? What makes you stand out? What can you offer now? And she's got booties. And I said, right, you're only going to be able to do booties with reflexology if while they're sat there doing their consultation. I said, but you could add booties while they're having a facial. So having a facial, they could lie there with these warm booties on their feet, and then they have a foot, then they have a foot massage afterwards. That's added value. That's not going to cost you that much more. You put the booties on, they lie there, have their facial done. You just give them reflex. Oh God, I'll think of it in a minute. Give them a foot massage afterwards. It's added value. These are the things you've got to look at when you're marketing, and what you're putting in your copy, in your wording, whether you're putting a social media post, whether you're using it in your marketing, whether it's a Facebook ad, whatever. It's how you're going to make your clients feel, because it's all about them. Yes, the education posts should be there about your qualifications, about your experience, what your therapy room is like, etc., etc. Sharing testimonials and reviews from clients that you have. Please, please, please keep asking for your testimonials and reviews. Share your Google link to get a review, etc. Do things like that and share those. They're all part of it. But when somebody asks for marketing ideas and then they tell me that they do everything, I then have to look in and see why they're not doing it. And this is another thing that I see very common with therapists, is that they're not getting enough clients, they're not getting enough bookings, they've given up, or they're not doing it, etc., etc. And it's the business knowledge that they're lacking. You're in this group, you know you need business knowledge. You know that business knowledge is beneficial to your business. And that's what I'm seeing out and about in other groups. It's they don't think of the business knowledge. And there's more and more people coming up again that are starting the therapy groups and memberships to support therapists, because they are lacking on that business knowledge. They may have the marketing, they may know about doing the social media, they may know about doing the website, but it's actually there, having it there, having the wording, what they say, how they promote it is more the point. It's that needs tweaking, not that what they've got with their website or what they're doing on their social media. Yes, it's consistency with posting, not just once a week. But it doesn't matter about how many followers you've got. It's getting that engagement. It's getting that recognition from the people that follow you. I often get a bit disgruntled when I see it, and they're, the other groups and all that have got, sort of like thousands of followers, or they've got thousands of members in their group, and I'm like, but they don't get much engagement. The group's dead, or they're not getting that many bookings. And you wonder, when you see a successful page is and the business is closed, makes you wonder why. So it's all about having that engagement there. It's not about having the numbers in place. It's all about having that engagement. And you've got that client experience. You've got how they're feeling with the treatment. And it's not just the treatment. It's the before and thereafter as well. So there's all these things to take into consideration. So yes, getting people to have a look at your posts is important. Getting people to book, to me, it's a bonus from social media. But if that's your agenda for using social media, is to get it to book, then you've got to do more than just saying what availability you have and that you provide Indian head or reflexology or massage or facials or hot stone. You've got to put it there of why they should come to you, why they should book with you. So that's what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a bit of a challenge this week. That's what I want you to do, is to review your marketing, review your social media, review what you're doing, and to see, make a note, give ticks. What's education, what's sales, what's fun, and see how many you're doing. Be honest with yourself and see how much posting you're doing that's just selling selling your appointments, or it's what therapy you do. See if you're adding anything there for education, building that relationship, asking questions, comments, things like that, to see that you can get people more involved on your page. So that's it for this week. That's my Tune In Tuesday for this week, is looking at your copy on your social media posts. Is it all about your therapy and the availability you've got? Or do you do more to build that relationship with your client or with your future clients? I'd love to know. Share in the comments below. Has this Tune In Tuesday made you think? Has it made you go and have a look at your own social media posts? Be more aware of what you're doing. I'd love to know your thoughts on it, if you're watching it on replay, or how you feel that you are with it. As I said, I'd love to know. But thanks very much for watching, and I will catch up with you again probably next week. Take care and have a good week, everyone.